Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitabugHandmaids.com, and thank you so much for joining me for my December Club Quitabug. I'm excited to share this month's projects with you guys. I think you're going to really enjoy them. And I also want to give a big thank you shout out to all those who have made my first 5 months of Club Quitabug such a success. I truly appreciate you all, and I hope you've enjoyed each club each month as much as I have, and I look forward to bringing you many more projects in the year to come. So let's go ahead and get started and take a look at December Club Quitabug, and be sure to stay tuned to the end because I have another fun giveaway to share with you all. Let's get started. Okay, so this month's featured stamp set is Thankful Thoughts from our annual catalog. I love this stamp set. One of my favorite things about this set is there's a coordinating sentiment for both the outside and the inside of your cards. So I think that's fantastic. And you've got so many different sentiments to choose from. And I just thought this would be a great set for December since we've got the holidays here and you're going to need a lot of thank you cards. So why not get a head start on those cards now? This month's featured ink colors are Bermuda Bay and Basic Black. So each month I like to recommend what products I would suggest getting for my club. So this month I would suggest the Thankful Thought stamp set and these 2 ink pads. This is $32. And remember, all you have to do to become a Club Quitabug member any month is spend $35, minimum $35 in my online store before shipping and tax, using the coordinating hostess code, which I've placed on the screen here, and you're automatically a member. So if you purchase these 3 things, this will get you to $32. And then I would suggest either adding on a package of glue dots or adding on a package of Stampin' Dimensionals or one of our G blocks, because it'll be really helpful for these thin sentiments. So these are the 3 things I would suggest adding one of these onto your order in order to meet that $35 minimum. But remember, the beauty of my club is you can get whatever you want. You don't have to get any of the things that I'm recommending. All you have to do is spend $35 and you can spend it on whatever you'd like. But all of the projects are designed around the Thankful Thoughts stamp set, and these are the main colors in the club projects. Okay, so let's talk about what do you get as a Club Quitabug member. Okay, so as a member, you will get one of these free card kits from me. This is just a thank you gift from me for placing that $35 order in my online Stampin' Up! Store. So inside of this card kit are all of the consumable materials that you'll need to make this month's projects. So I've got everything organized neatly in here for you. It will come sealed up. This month you do want to be really careful when opening your kit because there are a lot of small pieces in here. Also included in your kit are envelopes, so you get to make one of each project. So you've got 3 projects in here that you'll get to make, and also included in here are your 3 envelopes for your 3 projects, as well as a full color PDF with all of the measurements for each card and then all of the supplies that I used to create them in case you'd like to order more materials in my online store so that you can make more. Also, if you are a new Club Quitabug member, you will also receive my Quitabug coupons in your club kit. This is 12 coupons, 1 coupon for each month of the year that I provide to my customers, just some special deals, and then on this second sheet it just explains how to redeem the Quitabug coupons. And then this month, anybody who is a Club Quitabug member, instead of getting a holiday catalog, you're going to get the new occasions catalog as well as the celebration catalog. So everyone who places an order with me during the month of December will receive one of those catalogs. No matter what size your order, even if you're not a club member, you're going to receive one of these catalogs from me. And anyone who's already placed an order with me in the last 6 months will also be receiving one of the new. This is not it. This is the holiday catalog. I don't have my catalogs to show you just yet because I just ordered them today. But you'll receive the new occasions catalog and the celebration catalog from me, as well as a wish list to go with your new catalogs. Okay, so let's take a look at the 3 projects for this month. So here's card number 1, sending thanks to a very gracious giver from a very grateful getter. Thank you. So I love this card. I love the colors. I love the bling. And I just love that you have a sentiment that you can add to the inside. I think that's so great. So this is card number 1. Okay, so here's card number 2. I love this card. I love the layout, and I love this large font here. It says, "Thank you so much." And then on the inside, "Your generosity is second only to your fabulosity." Love this card. Okay, and here is my favorite card of the 3. It says, "A note of thanks, not only for your thoughtful gift, but also for the wonderful gift of knowing you." Okay, so here are this month's projects. I hope you guys like them. I really, really love how they turned out. So let's go ahead and get started, and we're going to make card number 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our materials out for card number 1. And as I said earlier, you just want to be careful getting your materials out because we do have a lot of small pieces in this month's kit. So I'm going to go ahead and take this piece of Whisper White here that I've already die cut for you, and we're going to stamp our sentiment. So you're going to need your Bermuda Bay ink. I'm just going to open that up. And we're going to stamp the "Sending thanks to a very gracious giver." So I'm just going to ink that up. And you want to try and stamp this in the center, making sure I have my stamp right side up. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp that right here. You want to stamp it in the center and straight. All right, looks good. Okay, we can put the Bermuda Bay away. Okay, so now I've got my Bermuda Bay card base, and I'm just going to give this a nice tight crease with my bone folder. There we go. And we're going to also stamp a sentiment on the inside. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this up, and we're going to use the basic black archival ink, and on the inside we're stamping 2 sentiments. We're stamping "From a very grateful getter," and then we're also stamping "Thank you." So let me just show you on the stamp set. So we're going to stamp "From a very grateful getter," and then this "Thank you" right here. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one, "From a very grateful getter," and I'm going to stamp that one first. Okay, I'm going to get that in the center towards the top and stamp. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then I'm just going to go ahead and ink up the other "Thank you." Okay, and I want to stamp this, I'm going to scoot this down. I want to stamp this in the center below that one. So let's say right about here. Hopefully I got that straight. Ooh, pretty good. Okay. All right, so now we can start assembling the rest of the card. So I'm going to take my basic black piece of cardstock and just lay that right on the top here. And just remember, all of the measurements for these projects will be available on your club PDF that comes with your kit. That way, if you want to make more, you can. Okay. Now I'm going to add my piece of Designer Series paper using my fast views. Okay, and we'll just put this towards the left centered, so right about here. Okay. Now we're going to add that silver metallic doily, and I'm going to put that, I want to center it, but add it towards the top. Right about there looks good. Again, I'll just use my fast views. Let's see. Yep, right about there. Okay, now I'm going to take my sentiment and my paper piercer, and I'm just going to peel up my little strip of rhinestones. You've got about 5 rhinestones here, and I just want to lay this in the center underneath my sentiment. Let's see, I think that's about centered. Want it to be straight. Yep. Okay, I'm going to give that a press, And then I'm just going to add this onto my card using dimensionals. Okay, really simple. Card number 1, very easy, but pretty striking. I love this card. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in my original and let's go ahead and let's make card number 2. All right, so I've got my materials for card number 2, and let's go ahead and start with some stamping. So I'm gonna take out my piece of Whisper White, and we are going to need the basic black archival ink, and we're stamping the large thank you so much from the stamp set. So I'm just going to ink this up really, really well. Okay, and I want to stamp this in the center, not too close to the top and not too close to the bottom. So I'm going to stamp right about here, and I'm going to press and hold and allow the ink to absorb. I want to be sure that I get a really good impression. Okay. Ooh, that looks pretty good. All right, and so now we still need the ink out because we are going to stamp a sentiment on the inside. So let's just slide that to the side so that it can dry. And I'm gonna take my card base, give it a nice crease here. That's one thing that I just really love about this stamp set. I love that there is a sentiment for the inside. So cool. Okay, so for the inside, we're gonna stamp, this is my favorite. Your generosity is second only to your fabulosity. So let's just ink that up. And I'm gonna stamp that in the center towards the top. Make sure that I've got it straight. And stamp that right about here, I think. Hope that's straight. Let it absorb. Ooh, looks pretty good. Okay. Okay, so now what we can do is we're going to add this basic gray piece on top. I've already embossed this for you guys, but we're actually going to use the debossed side. So we're going to turn it over. So I'm just going to add some fast fuse on all 4 sides. Whenever you're adding adhesive to something that's been embossed, you really want to do all 4 sides so that it doesn't lift on your project. Okay, so let's put this in the center, right about here. Okay. All right, so then you've got all these little circles, little scalloped circles that I die cut for you, and we are going to place these in different spots on the card. And I'm going to use some of the striped sides and some of the floral sides. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and start placing these. I think I want one right here, and I think it'll be faster to use glue dots. So I'm going to do the floral side on this one. Just going to place it right there. Okay, so I've got all of my little circles added on. So now I'm going to take my sentiment and I am going to flag the bottom of it. So I'm just going to cut up the center and then come in from the sides. Just like that. Make that little banner. Okay, so now you've got this piece of Bermuda Bay thick baker's twine, and I'm just going to wrap this around the top of my sentiment, and I'm going to cut off any extra that I have because we're going to need that to tie a bow. Okay, so I just added a little bit of fast fuse here. I've stuck my baker's twine in there, and I'm just going to wrap it around the top in that fast fuse, and then I'm just going to cut off this extra right about there. Okay, just like that. All right, so now that we've got this on, I'm just going to go ahead and slip my baker's twine, the rest of it, underneath the piece that's already adhered down. And I'm going to turn it upside down. It seems to work better for me that way. And I'm just going to tie a quick little bow like so. And then we'll just adjust the tails. Ooh. Well, that was easy. Cute, perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna clip, just like that. And then now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add this piece right onto the front of our card, just like that. And I'm gonna use dimensionals to do that. Okay, so I just added a few dimensionals to the back, taking off my backings. There we go. And we'll just put this onto the front of our card in the center, right about here, not all the way up to the top, just right about there. Let's see. Yep, I think that looks good. Give it a good press, and there you go. Let's bring in the original. Love this card. So that completes card number 2. Let's go on to card number 3. Okay, so I've got all of my materials for card number 3. I think this one is actually my favorite card in this month's kit. I really love this card. Okay, so I'm going to take out this piece of Fancy Frost Designer Series paper. So this paper you can actually sponge. It's already embossed for you. It comes this way, and you can actually sponge this paper. So that's what I'm going to do now. And included in your kit, there was one of our Stampin' Sponges. So we're going to need the sponge. I'm going to go ahead and use one that I already have. But you do get one in your kit. And we're going to need our Bermuda Bay ink. And all you want to do is just dab your sponge in the ink. And let me bring in some scratch paper too. Okay, so I've got some scratch paper, so I'm just going to lay my designer paper down. So just dab your sponge in the ink, and then I like to start by coming a little bit from off of the paper first, just like this. And you're just going to start kind of inking up. Start by inking this up, and I'm just doing little circular motions here. And actually, I may get this entire thing colored with one dab. And I don't mind that it's not even. I actually kind of like the look of it not being even. So I'm just going to keep circling around a little bit. I want to see if I can kind of lighten this corner just a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Okay, just like that. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm actually going to put this corner up here towards the top. I like that. Okay, so we can put our Bermuda Bay ink away. So now I'm going to bring in the little strip that comes in your kit, and you're going to need your basic black ink, and we're going to stamp the sentiment that says "A Note of Thanks." And this stamp is another good one where your G block will come in handy since it's a thin stamp. So I'm just going to ink this up, and I'm going to try my best to stamp this straight the first time. And I want to get it in the center. Let's see. All right, I did it. Okay, and let's actually leave that ink out for a second. I'm going to bring in my card base, and I'm going to, this is going to be the front of my card. I'm going to take it and flip it up and over to the inside of my card, and I want to stamp the sentiment that says, "Not only for your thoughtful gift, but also for the wonderful gift of knowing you." So I'm just going to ink this up and stamp this in the center. There we go. Okay, so in your kit you've got a 12-inch strip of the Bermuda Bay stitched ribbon. So you're going to want to cut this in half because you need two 6-inch strips. So I'm just gonna fold this over, take my scissors and chop. Okay, and I want both of these to lay on my card over here towards the right, actually right about here, just like that. So that's how I'm gonna put these down. So I'm actually gonna take my sponged piece and just add a little bit of fast fuse, and I will just add these 2 strips down onto the front here. Okay, I'm just gonna fold this last piece back right about there. Oops, and I am going to just go ahead and trim off some of this extra. Okay, so now we can add this piece, just like that. I love this card. Okay, so now we can take these 2 pieces. This piece I've already die cut for you using the Stitched Shapes framelits, and then you've also got this scalloped oval. So I'm just going to adhere this layer right on top of the basic black, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to take our sentiment, and it's going to go right on the top in the center. Let me just make sure here. Oh yeah, that's gonna fit perfectly. Okay, so let's just go ahead and add a little bit of adhesive. Put that right in the center. Okay, and now I'll just add this down here towards the bottom, right about here, just like that. Perfect. Love this card. Okay, then in your kit you've also got 3 large rhinestones here. So I like to use a little bit of fine tip glue when I'm adhering my rhinestones. These do have adhesive, but just in case, just for mailing, I like to make sure that they're not going to come off when I mail my cards. So I'm going to put a little dot there. I'll put a little dot here, and I'll do another one. Let's say here. Okay, just put my cap back. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to take my paper piercer and add these little rhinestones on in my fine tip glue, one here. Okay. So I just love this card. I love everything about it. And again, I just love having the coordinating sentiments on the inside. So let me bring in my original. So on the original, I actually tried it out using dimensionals to add the layer. So you could even use dimensionals if you'd like. And I even put the ribbon a little bit closer. I like them both. I like it without the dimensionals and with the ribbon a little bit further apart. So that's kind of another great thing about these Club Quitabug projects. You can change them up a little bit. You don't have to do them exactly the same, but I like them either way. Okay, so again, here are all 3 projects for this month's Club Quitabug. I hope you enjoyed these projects. Again, all you have to do to be a club member any month is place a minimum $35 order in my online store. I've got the link to my store just below this video, and make sure that you use the coordinating host code for this month. I've posted it here on the screen. It's also down below in the video description, and it's also over on today's coordinating blog post. Okay, so let's talk about this month's giveaway. Okay, so this month I've got 2 fun products to give away for you guys. So I'm giving away a package of White Perfect Accents. These are one of my favorite embellishments. I love these. So I've got a package of White Perfect Accents as well as a package of Bermuda Bay Thick Baker's Twine. This is the same type of twine that we used in the projects on card number 2. So you'll get a package of the twine and a package of the White Perfect Accents. So I've got one set here to give away. So how do you enter to win? All you have to do is head on over to today's coordinating blog post for my December Club Quitabug and leave me a comment over there along with a way for me to contact you. And I will be choosing a winner for this giveaway on Saturday, December the 10th. And I will announce the winner over on my blog, via email to everyone who enters, as well as on my Facebook page. So head on over there, leave a comment, along with a way for me to contact you, and that will get you an entry into this giveaway. Okay, so thanks again for joining me, guys, and I hope to see you in my December Club Quitabug. Bye now.